Look at this beautiful day. I mean, it's spring already. Spring has sprung. You've seen it. You look around, you see flowers in red, yellow, purple, white. You also see the orchids in my backyard have buds and they're bursting, ready to bud any minute. Butterflies are fluttering. Ducklings are chirping. Picture it for a minute. Birds learning to fly. Lambs dancing in a meadow. The burst of spring represents new life and all the hope that's yet to come. It reminds me of a favorite verse, Isaiah 40:31. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. I remember my mom and I, when I was a little girl, walking through our big city park, Ritter Park in Huntington, West Virginia, after Easter church service. Here I am in my Easter dress carrying my white little stuffed lamb. And we're walking around the park and she's pointing out all the beautiful colors and the flowers and the pansies. And she said, look at those pansies. They have little faces on them. You know, I'm thankful for that good memory because it's reflecting on God's creation and how much He really loves us through creation. And I also remember reading a children's book as a young child full of verses and prayers and poems, and there were colorful pictures and images in there of children and gardens. That was my happy book. It was a good book, but it's been replaced by the Bible. That's my good book. I understand how God's light, His light of love, has protected me, guided me, and surrounded me. I see Him brightly in creation. I'm sure you do too. It reminds me of God's 4 words. They were in Genesis 1:3. Let there be light. I mean, we've got daylight, we've got sunlight, we have the light that we see in one another. And we hear so much about darkness today on the news and in what we're reading. However, all we need to do is look around and we see God in creation, and that gives us peace. He created it for us to enjoy and to tend to. Yes, a simple reminder that God is omnipresent. He's always with us. He knows everything, and He surrounds us with His presence. So if you know someone who does not know Jesus, have them look to the beauty of creation. Point out to your questioning friend that they are fabulously created by God. Help others reflect on this wonder and the glory and love of God. How overwhelmed we're going to be with unexplainable joy when we see Him. I picture myself running to Him and Him putting His arms around me. In fact, one day when I was really hurting, I met up with my pastor, and there he was, standing, waiting for me, and embraced me. And it was a little bit of what it's going to be like when I see Jesus. I'm so grateful for that memory. So stay connected this season of Lent to know His agape love. Look to creation to see Him. Wait with great expectations so you can celebrate all that He did for you on that cross. So, go dance like a lamb, sing like a bird, waddle like a duckling, and sense the freedom of flying like an eagle, thanking Jesus for all He has done, all He's doing, and all He's going to do for you. What will Easter be like for you this year? God knows. He gave you His miraculous gift, His Son. And that leads us to a very loving verse in the Bible, 1 John 4:16. And so we know and rely on the love God has for us. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God, and God in them. Let's bow our head in prayer. Dear Abba Father, as we spend more time with You during Lent, we desire a deeper relationship with You. As we ponder, thank You for this season of spring as a reminder of the new life and birth You offer us because of Christ's suffering, His sacrifice, His life, death, burial, and resurrection. Amen. So go and enjoy this day feeling fully enveloped in God's love.